Good evening, everyone. I'm back. I'm sorry that I took so long. I know I promised you. But life stepped in the way, and I had to do a few things that took my time up. But in a way, it's good because I believe this is a better time to read, especially now. So maybe it was divine intervention or divine timing, whichever. Anyway, what I'd like to do is read for you tonight, and the way that I read is that I don't read for any particular sign or any particular person. It's collective. It would be for everyone. The messages that the Archangels have are for everyone. They don't go by signs. If you have a private reading, then we're going to deal with the issues that you have. And that is what I will feel and pick up through them. However, when you read like this, it has to be done as a whole, as a collective, for everyone. So these are my cards. They're from Doreen Virtue. You've seen these 100 times. And I've had them since 2005, and I won't use any other cards. I don't need to, because they don't change. The angels are the angels. The illustrations may change, but no. The energy is in these cards. So I'm very satisfied with using one deck. So tonight I'm going to do a 7-card spread for you. What does this mean? Well, I will shuffle these cards 7 times. And every single time I shuffle these cards, I ask for something. And each time I shuffle, 7 different things that I ask for. Beside me is the High Priestess, right here. I think you can see her. Be sure you can see her. If not, that is her. And I use her in my readings because I identify with her more than any other card in tarot. I picked her as me. I feel she is me. So she's present at every reading. And my crystal is right on her third eye. So that has to be here. You can see that right there in the corner. So you can just keep that right there. I think you can see that. Yeah. Over here is a very large crystal. A very dear friend gave this to me. And before I read, I place this over my third eye. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to shuffle the cards. And the first thing that I'm going to ask, and the first time that I shuffle these cards, is what do we as a collective want to know? Oh, and by the way, upside down cards don't count. Everything is right side up. Always positive. So, what do we want to know is the first shuffle. The second is what is it that is important to us? The third is the challenges and the obstacles that we face. The fourth is, how do we take action? What do we do? How do we deal with this? Whatever this is. Whatever. It can be a couple of different things. Fifth, I'm reading over here as I write everything down so I'll remember. What are the insecurities and doubts that we have that we need to clear or work on? The sixth is the final outcome. And the seventh is, how do we accept the final outcome? Okay. Now, the cards are placed here. I use my left hand the whole time. I'll cut the cards 3 times. 1, 3. From right to left. I pick them up the same way with my left hand. From right rather, to left. I pick the cards with my left hand. The first 7 cards off the top of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first card that represents what is it we want to know, that has come here to help us, guide us. So if any of you are watching, you may want to take a note of this. You may want to write this archangel down, and you might want to take some notes, because many of you may not know these angels and don't know what they do. So it's important that you write this down. If you want to pray to them, manifest using them, calling their names, because now you're going to know why they're here. What do they want us to know? The first one is Archangel Zedekiel. There's different ways of saying his name. It's Zekiel, Zedekiel, all different ways. And what he is representing in this card is compassion. So I will show you the card. If you can see this. Compassion. See a lot of light with this angel. And it says, soften your hearts with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. And if you don't think we need any compassion in this world, I can't think of a better card to start with. So what do we need to know? There's a message that goes with this, and I'll read it to you. Compassion. All of us, and not just because it's the holiday season, but compassion is all the time. It's within us always. We are compassionate to the human condition. We are compassionate to those that are less fortunate. We are compassionate in all ways and sympathetic. So the message from Archangel, this is who's come to work with you and all of us. And these readings is really for the new year. Because December, I'm not reading for December. I'm reading for the beginning of this new year. Because in 2024, it's a new era. We will be moving, Pluto will be moving into Aquarius. And it hasn't been in Aquarius since 1776 to 1798. It was the last time it was in Aquarius. So this is quite an era, and we're stepping right into it. Bang. Bingo, it's here. And also, not only is everything going to change, but right now we are facing a Mercury retrograde and a portal. The portal is 12/12. And on the 15th, Mercury goes retrograde. It starts in Capricorn, it ends in Sagittarius. Many of you know what a retrograde phase is. Many people say, oh God, here we go. This is going to be awful. Oh, can you imagine? No package, nothing's going to get... Don't think like that. Do not think negative about the Mercury retrograde. Yes, it has something to do with communication, technology, transportation. All of those things are going to be affected, but not with a positive attitude. Whatever you do, make sure you're thorough. If you're sending a package, make sure the address is right. Check it 3 times. Make sure you ask a lot of questions. Where is it going? Do I need insurance? Do I not need insurance? How far is it? How long is it going to take? All these questions. Make sure they do their job right. When you're communicating, make sure you think before you speak, before you say anything. There's anything could come out, and then you could hurt someone. So think. Take a couple of seconds to pause and say, how should I answer this? Or how should this letter go? Or how should I phrase this? Otherwise, as I said, miscommunication. And this can be in any, you can be a teacher, you can miscommunicate to a child, to a friend. So you have to make sure you're saying the right thing. Technology, most of us have no control over that. Something can break down. The computer doesn't start. You sent something, you placed an order, it didn't go through. So be aware of how you order online. Make sure you see the receipt. Make sure you have everything you need. Check it twice. Dot all the I's, cross all the T's. And you won't have any problem. You really won't. You just have to stay one step ahead of it, and you'll be fine with a Mercury retrograde during a holiday season. It will end January 1st. So it's done. Okay? So don't fret over it. So here we are with compassion. And I will read what compassion is and how this angel is going to work with us during this new 2024 era. You know, it's funny because I was just thinking the other day about compassion, just the word in itself, and saying to myself, how many people have compassion naturally? Or is it something they have to work on, to learn? Are they born compassionate? The message: I can help you forgive yourself and others, or to compassionately see everyone's point of view. You needn't change your stance or behavior. It simply means approaching the situation with a loving heart, which empowers you and allows creative solutions to pour forth like flowing. The name means righteousness of God, and He helps us release unforgiveness toward ourselves and others. Ask Him to come into your dreams and act like a chimney sweep, clearing away any emotional toxins from your heart. He'll ensure that everyone needs love and needs are met, and that emotional healing is a miraculous miracle. So, Ezekiel is a male archangel, and he is asking all of us to have a little more compassion for ourselves, for others, strangers. When you see somebody and they can't get in the door because they're holding too many things, hold the door for them. If someone drops something, pick it up for them. Look in their eyes and say, hello. Don't drop the eyes. If you see someone your eyes meet, smile. Be happy. Compassion. Those that are sick, patience. Children, on your nerves, and they get on your nerves. Be compassionate. They're young. They don't understand. They're excited. Santa Claus is coming. So that's the first message that we have. Archangel Ezekiel, male archangel. Second, what is important to us? This is what we have to know. What is important to us? The card is Archangel Metatron. Now, Archangel Metatron has a twin, Sandalphon. They're the two archangels that were actually mortal men that became archangels. They're the newest of the archangels, the order, the virtues, led by Archangel Michael. And Archangel Metatron, the heading here is the indigo and crystal children. Couldn't be more perfect. This is what it looks like. You can see children. And the indigo and crystal vibration are generations of the New Age children that have been coming in since the late 50s. I would say late 40s were the new ones, the middle 50s and on. The indigo vibration was the Woodstock. If I could explain it, it's Woodstock. It's the young people coming together with music and no war and peace and the whole that's indigo. They were here to change the world, and they're still here. but they're in their 70s and maybe older, and some a little younger. But they're going to leave us. And they are helping their children who are crystal, and the crystal children are now going to be in power. President Obama was a late indigo child. President Biden is of the indigo generation. But sometime there will be a crystal, and they're altogether different. The crystal vibration is on the crystal orb. It's a bright orange orb. These children are highly gifted. We all know that. We have given birth to these children. We know how talented they are. We know they're different. We know they're special. And they're here to heal the world. And the little ones, the ones that are in about maybe 23, 24 right now, are the rainbow children. The crystals are giving birth to these rainbow children, and will be for quite a while, because it's 30 years between each one of these New Age children. So now we have the rainbows who are here to unite the world under the Pluto in Aquarius. All the tools to make this happen. Because Aquarius is a fixed sign. And anybody who knows Aquarians, knows what Aquarius is like, is we don't have patience for nonsense. We want things to go a certain way. We want fairness and justice, and we are activists and advocates for all kinds of things that we believe in. And Aquarius is, I know. Anybody who's in astrology is, Aquarians are, I know. They don't mean to be that way, to be sophisticated or think they're better than, no. They just know. They just feel it. They're intuitive. They know. And so this is what's going to happen to our world. So this card is about the indigo and crystal children. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So for this card to come out in this position, there's concern for children right now. All of us. There's concern for children. This angel means business. This angel deals with ADD, ADHD, any type of childhood trauma, anything to do with learning disability, maybe they don't comprehend things as quick as others, all of these things. And we have to have compassion, and we have to be aware of our children, and if there's anything that the teachers suspect, a learning disorder, or that they're slower than other children, that they should not be bullied, they should be put in a different category. For instance, if they're slow readers, don't make them feel like they can't read. Have different levels. Those that read well are in level 3, and those that intermediate 2 and beginners, don't persecute them because they can't read out loud. That's cruel. So they're talking about children that are sensitive children. And many people out there around the world have these children. I have grandchildren that are like this. Now I'll read the message to this. This is very clear, because Metatron deals with these issues. So we're dealing with children who have needs, special needs, behavioral, mental, whatever, to get the best care, the best doctors, the best specialists, the best hospitals, the best thing you can do. If you don't have a lot of money, you find ways that you can help your children. Do whatever you have to do, because it's important that these children heal. As I told you in other videos, how important these children are. We are the indigos. We are working with the crystals. You don't give up on your children. I don't care if they're 45 years old. You don't give up on them. And all they can say is, oh, Mom, you've said it 100 times. You can't say it enough. They'll always need us until we leave. So what is the message here? I will read you the message of the indigo and crystal vibration. And it's something to take seriously, because it wouldn't have come here if it wasn't. So it's pretty important. Your life purpose involves helping and teaching children. Many of you out there are teachers in education on all levels. So this pertains to you. You are to help these children retain and amplify their psychic and spiritual gifts, because they are gifted. Educate adults about natural and chemical-free ways to feed and raise their special children. All natural. Some are home schooled. The very young crystal children and the slightly older indigo children are important to the future of this planet. You can help ensure their bright future, and I, Archangel Metatron, please write that down. It's Metatron, Metatron. Zedekiel or Ezekiel, Zadkiel. Most of your archangels end in Ael, Iel, not Metatron. Working with Archangel Metatron. If you feel drawn to help children, your own or children in general, ask Metatron for an assignment that brings out their natural talents and interests. Metatron works closely with psychic and sensitive children, and he loves to help adults help these children. If you need more time, money, ideas, contracts, or other support for this mission, call upon Metatron. He will help you manifest your needs so your focus can be directed toward his beloved crystal and indigo and now rainbow children. So that was our second card. Children. Gun laws. Get them passed. Get them passed. I have a saying I like to be very strong on. It's get them out before they're voted out. That's right. I can't bear to see compassion. I cannot bear to see another shooting anywhere in this world or this country. Never in my life. You send your children to school and you send your daughter or your son to college, and you get a call and it's somebody on the other end says that your child has been shot. You can't believe it. This happens every single week. It's now weekly. How did he get into a college armed like that? How could he even get in? Security, beefed up, all around. everywhere. In the doors. Detections everywhere. We shouldn't have these guns. They shouldn't be allowed in this country. You don't have automatic weapons of war to buy over the counter, 18 years old, with behavioral issues. What the heck is wrong with us? That's an indigo. You want to hear an indigo? That's indigo. We all can relate to that. That's an indigo vibration right there. But the crystals feel the same way. Lots of people feel this way. And people in other countries say, I don't know what the hell's going on. What is going on with the United States? What the heck are they doing? What is going on there? They don't want to live here. Who wants to live here? You don't know what's going to happen. You could be anywhere. It's terrible. Compassion. Children. Third. The third is, what are our obstacles and our challenges? Okay? The third archangel is Chamuel. Beloved one. Archangel, let me put this over here. Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. How many times have I heard soulmate or looking for a soulmate or how to find a soulmate on Instagram Reels, Threads, Twitter, Facebook? Everybody's looking for a soulmate. So this goes out to all of you at any age who is looking for their soulmate. What a card. Do you believe it? This is an archangel that deals with soulmates. He deals with all relationships, whether they're twin flame or they're soulmates, friendships, any kind of relationship, whether it's business, whatever it is, this is the angel. And his it's Chamuel, and it's spelled Chamuel. Chamuel. So we get a soulmate situation here. People are looking for soulmates. They don't want divorce. They're sick and tired of it. They know what it does. They know they've been through it. They're victims of it. Then they go through it, and it ruins the home and the children. It's terrible. It's awful. It's traumatic. So now they want to find someone they can spend the rest of their life with. They want to feel their soulmate. They want to know, how do I find my soulmate? Well, you want to make a manifestation, this is the angel. He came up right in the right spot. I'll give you the message on this angel. Beloved one. Love is in and around us right now. You don't need to search for it. Rather, by holding loving thoughts and conducting loving actions, you attract and manifest love in all aspects of your life. Many healers have told you this. Call upon me to guide your thoughts and actions. Archangel Chamuel. In case you didn't know who he was. To bring romance into your life. Converse with me regularly about your love life. Talk to him. Any of these archangels, just say their name. They'll come. That's what they're there for. I can help you fall in love with your life and heal and manifest wonderful relationships. Working with Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel's aura is pale green, like springtime leaf in the morning sunlight. You can feel close to Chamuel's loving energy by wearing or carrying a green fluorite crystal. Beloved one, soulmates trying to find your soulmate. Manifest a soulmate is to write down everything that you're looking for in a person. What are their strong points? And if they have weak points, how much will you allow, basically? That's important. I don't want to say the word test, because I don't like the word test, but you sort of have to. If you meet someone and you think they may be your soulmate, give it some time, at least a year. Go through the seasons. Watch them. If they meet up to your expectations, 85%, this is good. A soulmate is someone who innately understands you. You know these relationships, you've seen them. You've seen them in history. You've seen them, many of you have had parents. I've had parents that are soulmates. You've seen marriages that last forever. You see older people holding hands together. Soulmate can't live without the other one. This is when I get emotional. They can't live without the other. They can't be far away from the other. And if they are separated, they're in contact with each other. They can't bear it. They can't bear the separation. It's not that they're clinging. It's something they feel inside, loss without them. They love being with them in every way. They work as a team. They work together. And when one is weak, the other one is strong. Like salt and pepper. When you go into a meeting, one is negative, one is positive. Oh, I agree with you, I agree with you, I agree with you. I think that's great. And the other one is, I'm not sure about that. Can you repeat that again? You automatically just fit. You know it. You absolutely know it. So when you meet this soulmate, and I don't care how old you are, yes, you will know. You'll know it in the eyes that maybe you've known them before. The touch. You'll feel it. You will feel it. And if you're not sure, give it time. But it's calling for us to meet soulmates. It's obviously very important to the collective. Young people, all people. You could be 65 years old, lost your husband 3 years ago, and would like to meet someone. And you want to meet someone very special. You want to live again. You want to find someone. It doesn't matter how old you are. You want a pal. You want someone that's on your side. Someone that worries about you, cares about you. And it's unconditional. Soulmates have unconditional love. They don't They just don't think about it. They just love unconditionally. And the other one receives it and gives it back. It's beautiful. And yes, you're all looking for it. And obviously it's important, or it wouldn't be here. And so the angel is Chamuel. So you have compassion. You have children that have special needs, children that need attention. Teachers, be aware. Take note. These are special children. Musically inclined, artistically inclined, don't push it aside. Oh, well, we have a curriculum, a very strict curriculum. You know, math, science, history. Yes, it's very important. Yes, it is important that they know this. But don't discourage their artistic and creative ability and musically inclined. These are very important children. They give in a different way. They're very sensitive. And most children that are gifted like this, creative children, have highly sensitive nervous systems. I think many of you know that. They're made that way. Their nervous system is very sensitive. They're strung. They're highly strung. However, this is just something that we have to be aware of, all of us. Okay, the fourth card. This is so good. Archangel Jophiel. First female archangel of the group. It's called Outdoors. Archangel Jophiel. She is the patron of artists. Here she is. I gotta bring it over there. There you go. It's kind of a really pretty illustration. Very nice. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay? So this is something that this angel is asking us to do come the new year. Get out. Take a walk. Get into nature. Do something you love. It's all about you. And that's another thing you have to understand about this whole situation that's going on with this retrograde. And it's an introspective type of view upon you. Retrogrades are when you start thinking a little bit internally about yourself. It's like a little life review. And what you're missing. This card is saying you need to go out and explore. You need to do things. You can't just stay in the house. Oh, I'm cold. I don't want to go out. It's snowing. And no, you got to make an effort to go out and do things. Make a snowman with your children. Go out to the mall and look at the lights. Do something and get out of the house. So I will read the message with Jophiel. She's the patron of artists. So now what are we talking about out there? All artists in every medium of art. Every medium. A call for artists. Because I know this angel. It's not just going out and exploring and being outside. This is a call for artists at this time. All artists. That means from soup to nuts. Entertainment, performing, and fine arts. Everything. All kinds of mediums of art. To crafts, to whatever creative thing you want to do. Makeup artists. This is all creative. Everything to do, nail art, anything creative that's through the imagination. We are being asked to do something. We're obviously in need of art. Why? Because it takes us away from reality. Not only by creating, because we're up in the light. When you create, you're in the light. You all know that. Those that create, you're in the light. And we need this light. We need these people. Some of these people are children. So again, it's relating back and forth here with the children and the fact that these children are sensitive, but they may be very creative and highly creative. You don't ignore this. Oh, I'm going to be a human cab. I'm going to be driving to dancing school. They're going to play the cello, and now they're going to have martial arts. Yeah, that's right. Yes, there's a limit, but that you have to get them involved in things. Get them off the streets, get them off the cell phones, and get them off the TV. Do things with them. It's good for them. It's good for you. Outdoors, Jo Fael. I love her. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we got her. I'm excited. Outdoors. Okay, what else does she have to say to us? Okay. Sunshine. Mm-hmm. Connecting with nature helps synchronize your rhythms to the universal heartbeat. I couldn't say that any better than that. That's poetry. In this way, your natural timing improves so that you're in the right place at the right time. Being in nature renews your spirit and revives your energy level. We know this. Get outside every day, even if it takes some effort on your part. Once you're in nature, take time to smell the roses. In other words, smell the smell of winter. Smell the smell of spring. Smell the ocean, lake. Smell everything you can. There's a fragrance in all seasons. And you're all over the world. Some warm, some are mediocre, and some are cold. Once you're in nature, understand that you are part of it, one with it. Know that you are beautiful, and nature is part of being beautiful. Working with Archangel Jo Fael. Jo Fael's name means beauty of God. She sees beauty in everything and everyone and helps you do the same. Jo Fael knows that when we spend regular time outdoors, we're cleared of lower energies and naturally have a more beautiful outlook on life. We're beautiful. We feel beautiful. Call upon Jo Fael to ease your schedule to allow you to have time to go outdoors. Take a vacation. Move to a rural environment. Start a butterfly garden. Or just connect to nature in a way that pleases you. So now we have Archangel Jo Fael, spelled Jophiel. She is the angel and the patron of all artists. Here's a call for artists. Musicians, start writing. Start creating songs that have a beautiful message, that have a story. People need it. They need to hear your voices. They need to hear your words. Actors, We need to see you on the screen, living and playing characters that we can relate to. Stories that have meaning. Writers, good stories. Make magnificent children's movies. Disney. They have magic in them. Create, create, create. Because that is when you are in the light, closest to your Creator. And we need you. Okay. Now, the next card is, what are the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the insecurities and the doubts that we need to be concerned about? Interesting. We have Chamuel twice. We've got an angel twice. Same angel. Different message, because these angels don't do one thing. They do several things for us here on earth. So you're learning about these angels and how to pray to them and who they are. It opens up doors for you. They don't mess around. These souls, these high beings, light and love, they listen. They hear you. Things will happen. This is the card. This is the same angel. Okay, can you see this? I'm going to pull it away. There it is. This is the one that has soulmates. Well, now it's career transitions, doubts, insecurities. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. How many out there are changing jobs or careers? That's what this card is about. See, that's why I say it's the collective. These angels are coming to give us a message to all of us as we start this new year. We're going to change jobs. We may change careers. Some of us may get laid off, fired, or we just don't want to be there anymore and we want out. Some of us went to school for something that we just decided we don't want to do, and may go back to school to learn something else. Or there's going to be a transition here in this area. So many of you out there that are dealing with a career transition or thinking about changing your career, or thinking about your job and whether or not you're happy or satisfied, this is for you. Because this is addressing you directly. And that's a lot of you out there. So you're going to have to understand that, number one, this is an angel you can manifest and speak with to help you in these decisions. But many of you are going to be dealing with a transition in a career. This has nothing to do with a relationship. This is a career. So the message that we have here for this is, you've prayed for help. Have you? Have you, any of you out there, prayed for help? Did you pray for something? Here he is. Didn't think anyone was listening. Oh, he's listening. They hear everything. They even hear whispers. They hear dreams. You've prayed for help for your career, and it's now occurring. Sometimes change is perceived as stressful. Yet, I'm helping to clear the old from your life to make way for the new. Pay close attention to your receptive ideas, dreams, and visions, as they are divinely inspired roadmaps pointing to the way along your desired path. You may not see the entire road or where it's heading, but each step will be lit along the way. Working with Chamuel. Chamuel's name means he who sees God. His ability to see clearly helps us find things, situations, and people, meet people, accidentally be somewhere and a name, person, a connection on social media, LinkedIn. You've got a job going. You want to find a job and you're hooked up to LinkedIn or whatever, and you're getting hits, and they're asking you your resume isn't right, or it's not correct, or it's not full, or it's not totally what they need. Work on it. If you're a musician and you need a specific, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, I can't right now think of what you present, but it's something you have to present. It's kit. It's something kit. But you, in that kit is everything that you need. You have to have a CD of your music. You have to have a certain kind. Is it a press kit? It could be a press kit. I think that's what's coming through. And you have to work on that, like a portfolio. You've got to, if you want to get the jobs that you need, make sure you have what you need. Educational wise, make sure you have something to back you. If you're writing or a writer, you have some different articles that you've written. Have them for that to show as much as you can, so you have an edge. His ability to see clearly helps him find things, situations, and people. He's renowned for helping people find a career best suited to their purpose and passion. Call upon him as your career counselor. So now we have a career transition. For all those out there who are thinking about, should I or shouldn't I? If there is doubts and insecurities is the name of this placement of this card. If you are doubting or insecure, your gut, what is your gut? That's the first intuitive idea that comes into your head. It's always right. Always. We second guess it. Don't second guess it. If you're not happy at your job, don't quit or do anything impulsive so that you have no money coming in. Just play the game. Go with the flow. But look, keep your eyes on the prize. What do you want to do? Then when you find what you want, then ease out. Otherwise you'll sell yourself short. You don't want to impulsively do this. But if you have this feeling, it's right here. You're on it. You're not meant to be doing what you're doing. If you feel that you don't fit, if there's some unrest, listen to it, because it's right. And here's the angel. Try it. See what happens in 6 months. Let me know. I'd like to know what happens in 6 months if you pray to this angel. See what happens. Just send me a buzz. Okay, we have 2 cards left. This card is the final outcome. And it's Uriel. And it's claircognizance. Archangel Uriel is Uriel. He's got a rainbow. He's one of the missions that this angel has is weather. And he is very involved in global climate change. That's one of his priorities. So in this case, in this position, as a final outcome, Archangel Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. What is the message? That's not enough information. We're going to get a little bit deeper into that. It's not giving you enough. Clairaudience. Okay. You've prayed for answers, and they've come to you in the form of repetitive thoughts telling you to take steps and make healthy changes. Don't discount your thoughts or think they're just dreams of common knowledge. Your thoughts are tuned to high frequencies right now and are trustworthy inspirations. All great inventions, new businesses, and teachings stem from this same universal source of wisdom. You're tapped into the divine wisdom right now, and it's important to notice and record your thoughts, then act upon any answers to your prayers. Working with Uriel, name means the light of God. He's known for his ability to enlighten our minds with divine inspiration. Anytime you need answers or insights, call upon Uriel. He answers anyone who calls upon him. You'll know that Uriel has answered when you have repetitive thoughts, ideas. You can hear a song over and over again, a word over and over again, a coincidence happening 3 or more times. Loving and helpful. If you need facts in a hurry, such as during a test or important meeting, Uriel will supply you with the information. After you ask him for help, the answer will pop into your mind. Trust the information that he supplies. He also helps those who are testing, who are taking tests, like, I don't know, any type of say you're going to get a real estate license, okay, and you're going to take the test. Or you're going to get your driver's license, and you're going to take the test. And you want to make sure you remember everything that you comprehended, everything that you read, you're going to be questioned on, and you're nervous. This is the angel. If you want to remember. But that's not what this message is. That's what he does, and that is another way that he helps you. But in this particular case, the final outcome of this reading, and the way that I feel, is connected to this career transition, which is getting a feel for where you belong. Because this era of ours is going to shift us. It's going to really shift us. And you're going to start thinking about, what is my destiny? What is my calling? Am I doing what I should be doing? I really would love to help people. I'd like to do it this way. And you may have to learn a new trade to do that. And that's this. That's this part. Uriel, asking him to help you learn and remember. But he also deals with weather, and this one has the rainbow. Because each card, there's 3 cards for each angel. And this one, and they're all illustrations are different. And this one is the rainbow. So I am also asking you to be aware of your weather and understand that we all have to take a part in global climate change. It's not a figure of our imagination. It's here, it's real. So if you're going to travel, look and see what's going on. Oh, I'll be fine. The roads will be fine. I have no problem. Be careful. Make sure you know everything, all the roads you're going to be taking, what kind of weather for the next 3 days, for as long as it's going to take for you to drive. Is your car, has it been looked at? Has it been fixed? Does it need anything? Does it need fluids? Your tires, they have enough air in them? Are they the right pressure? Just, especially with a retrograde, just check everything. Because travel is also a problem, but weather could be a problem with some of your traveling. So make sure you understand, and if you're delayed, it's okay. Better safe than sorry. If you can't make it, make sure you allow, because you don't want to be late. You want to be there for Christmas. You want to be there for the party. You want to be. So, and this goes even after the holidays. Be aware of your weather and be aware of what you need to do to preserve and to work hard at trying to, all of us as a collective, be aware of global climate change and what we can do to help our planet. Because the one thing that this angel is saying to you, and it's coming in as clear as day right now, right through me, our homes, our dwellings that we all go to, and some have 4 or 5 of them all over the world, they are not our homes. Our home is Earth. It supplies the air that we breathe, the water that we drink. It supplies life. If we can't breathe the air, we're going to die. If we can't breathe in water, we drown. So we have to be aware that this planet is all we have. That is our home. And we take it for granted. We go out and we breathe. Because it's involuntary muscle. We're breathing. If you can't breathe the air, if the air is killing you, if the air is contaminated with oil pumps or whatever is going on, if there's a way that we can cut corners and make things easier, and there are many things, vote for it. Stand up for it. You're going to inherit this earth, not the indigos. We're leaving. But the crystals and the rainbows will be here. It's your earth. It's your home. Take care of it. And that's what this angel is saying to all of us. Take it seriously. It's the only place we have. The last card is basically how we can accept what this outcome is. And it's Raguel, and it's divine order. I mean, it couldn't be more perfect. This is the card, if you can see it. There's the scales. It has nothing to do with Libra. This is an angel of balance. Okay? Can you see that? All right. Divine order. Raguel is Raguel. This is the angel of disputes, arguments. Court. Any kind of communication regarding the judicial system, politics. it has to do with the balance of I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I don't want to offend anybody or anything. What is going on in the world right now, many of us see, is an atrocity in today's world. And some of us are deeply hurt by it and really can't watch the news at times. And it's happening right in our own country. Division. This angel here, Archangel Raguel, wants us to work together. Wants those in politics to work together. Wants those that are fighting in these wars to come to some kind of an agreement. Wants our leaders in our world to come together and communicate. Leaders come together and communicate. It's important that we do this, that we are all basically on the same page. Because if we don't work together as a world, this is as a world, let alone a country, a world. I will read what it has to say. What about divine order? This, if you have an argument with your spouse, if you're in an argument at work, if you have an argument with a friendship, if you have a dispute, a litigator, anything to do with working things out, this is the angel. Okay? But I have a feeling this is, when I read this to you, I have a feeling I know where this is going. Divine order. Some of you are praying for this. Some of you have prayed for something to give here. With whether it's within this country or if it's in other countries and war, and you've had enough. Divine order. A win-win situation is brewing. One with solutions that are fair to everyone involved. This requires you to have blind faith that heaven is working behind the scenes to extract the highest good for all. Ask me to help you with unwavering faith. Use positive affirmations and prayers to keep your spirits high. Above all, make sure that your conversations about this situation involved positive and optimistic words and phrases. You're so powerful that your positive thoughts can speed the resolution along even quicker by making things work out better. Working with Archangel Raguel has beautiful pale blue energy. Pale blue energy. Like the sky on a perfect spring morning. He's the archangel who guides people to act in fair and just ways. And Raguel also gives us faith in humanity's essential goodness. Is an aquamarine crystal is his stone. To end this reading in divine order with the scales of justice, I can't think of a better way to accept the final outcome of what we've got going on in this world. Compassion, children, soulmates, artists, career changes, weather, and remembering, studying, learning, arguments, disputes, judgment, divine order, whatever is chaotic. What is the sense in arguing over and over again in front of the children? You see it. Your animals see it. They're affected by you arguing. Your cat, dog, they feel it. Your children are affected by this. What good is it? What good is it going to do? So you blow your stack? Before you blow your stack, walk out. You're better off walking out of the door. Go outside. Outside. Remember? Go outside and be in nature before you blow your stack. And say something you don't mean. And then you can't take it back. Then you're going to be mad at each other for 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks. So these angels are love and light. And tonight, they've come here and they are asking all of us to be aware of these issues, especially in the United States with the nonsense that's going on. Now, I don't care whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you get along and you try to get along and try to listen to what somebody, and if you don't want to have anything, if you don't agree, walk out of the room. Walk out. Don't say a word. Don't even say a word. Because this isn't going to get, you're never going to get anywhere unless you come together. And otherwise, if you don't come together, I can tell you right now, by this spread, if you don't come together, you'll pay the fiddler. You will pay the fiddler. If you don't come together, something's going to break. Something's going to happen. Something you don't want is going to happen. You're going to push the envelope, and you don't want that to happen. And these are warnings. Warnings to try to be compassionate from the heart, loving. Call upon these angels, everyone. They are with us. They are real. And they are here to help us. And many of you don't know about them. This gives you another option to use when you manifest, when you meditate, when you pray. These are other beautiful, loving, nurturing souls that are near your Creator, that want to help you. And I've given you a few of them tonight. This is your 7-card spread for the new year. I have a couple of other things that I just want to throw in just for fun. These are a new deck of, these are fairy cards. I couldn't believe it. I saw them. Look at how little they are. They're so cute. They're little fairy cards and they have a little message. So I'm just going to give them one little shuffle, and then I'm going to cut them, because you have to do that. Remember the left hand, and then you pick them up, okay? And then I'm going to pick right off the top, and it says, the flower fairy summer. Wishes will unfurl and flower. Faith is substance for optimism. How cool is that? Number 10. This is what it looks like. These are brand new cards. Do you see the number 10? Do you see the flowers? Isn't that adorable? The flower fairy, summer. Wishes will unfurl and flower. Faith is substance for optimism. That's from the fairies. One other one. This is called the Essential Meditations deck. Brand new. Love them. They all have a message, and they all have a different artist. They all are different. So again, I'll give it one shuffle on both sides. They have like a graphic design on one side and then a message on the other. They're very stiff though. Ooh, that's why. Okay. All right. Hold on. Cut the cards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Top card. See it? Look, it's a bird. See it? It's a bird. It says, focus on a bird song. Meditation on bird song can soothe a troubled mind. On YouTube, they have music with bird sounds, bird callings in the background. This is a riot. I did it. I put it on. I live in Florida, in South Central Florida. It's very warm right now. It's too warm. It's very warm. And I put it on, and the birds are calling. All of a sudden, I have all these birds in the yard, in the trees. They hear these birds. They don't know where it's coming from, and they're in the trees. I had a parrot in the tree. It was a riot. So now I put it on during the day, and everybody in the community hears it, and they love it. They think it's summer because the birds are chirping, and they don't know where it's coming from. They're all sitting out talking. They love the atmosphere. It's the birds. Some of them, if you can believe it or not, you'd think in Florida that they would never. Why would they migrate? It's warm. They migrate. The monarch butterflies go to Mexico. Would you believe that? Anyway, some of the birds are gone. We have a nightingale that sings in the spring. That's absolutely magnificent all night long. I taped it. But now there's not as many birds, and I love birds. So there on YouTube, you're going to find that there are, under New Age music, or under meditation, or they have these videos where you can go to sleep, lose stress. That's the category right there. And you'll find ones that have bird songs, and there's a piano, or there's violins, or orchestra, whatever. It's all kinds of music, and there's bird calls. So this says, find something like that. Imagine your anxieties as the basis of animal sounds you might hear on a farm. Then above the background, imagine hearing the clear, soaring notes of a musical songbird. As you focus on the bird singing, notice that all the other noises fade away. Recall this technique when faced with anxiety in the future. It will help give you the clarity to face and resolve these issues. That's your meditation. I love it.
this was your little note to go in and meditate by listening to these particular videos that have sound with bird calls. Get in your favorite position, get ready, and listen to it. And you pretend you're somewhere in an exotic garden or some tropical place, whatever, and just let yourself go. So with that, I bid you well. I hope you had a good evening. I hope you enjoyed my reading. I'll be back soon, I promise. And I love you. All of you.